Hey everyone, welcome to today's topic of Top's Thoughts, right? Figured I'd join you guys today, talk about something you may or may not have heard, you may or may not have talked about with other people, but it's something that I feel is really important no matter what you're doing in your life, but especially if you're in the transition space, transitioning from the military. What I want to talk to you guys about today is self care, but also self investment. Typically we hear, what are you invested in? And we immediately go to finances, which is good. It's good to be thinking about finances and the financial future and prepping for retirement, late retirement. All that is good stuff. But have you invested in yourself? And so, what does that mean? It can mean a lot of things, right? It can mean, are you planning for your future? Are you prepping for the next stage in your life if you're transitioning? Are you just figuring it out, learning a new trade, right? So, self investment is really digging down to your core. You need to self reflect a little bit and figure out what is beneficial to you. And it could be a lot of things. There's no right answer to this because every person's situation is very unique to their life, their lifestyle, their life choices. And of course, if you're married, your partner's choices and that relationship you have with them. You have kids, changes the dynamic as well. But let's say let's focus on you yourself and your investment into you. So when we start talking about personal investment, investing in yourself, we really got to kind of think about what is actually an asset to you versus what is a an expense or a liability. Not to say that putting a big expense on yourself is a bad thing. Like, you want to take a great vacation, that's actually a good thing to invest in yourself on, especially if you have not gotten away, unwound a little bit, reset the head. So don't look at that as a liability per se, but you have to be careful with it and don't overdo it, and don't take this super extravagant, lavish vacation if it's not in your budget and it's just going to cause you more stress. So when I start talking those liabilities, if it's not enhancing you, if it's not going to benefit you in the long run, then you might want to look at it as more of a liability than an asset. But what other ways can you invest in yourself? Especially if you're in the transition space, a few things to invest in yourself. One, are you continuing to learn? Are you going back to school? Are you learning a trade? Are you getting a certificate? Those are very good investments in yourself, especially if you're trying to get somewhere. If you have a goal, you have a plan, you want those self investments, especially certificates and degrees. If it's related to something you're going into or want to get into, perfect. Now you're on the right track. You're investing in yourself so you could be better, you could be more marketable, you could be more beneficial in the long run. But outside of a career, how else can you invest in yourself? Are you taking the time to read? Are you investing in your own mind? Are you taking a spiritual walk, whether you're religious or you have a different way of having spiritual growth? Do you have that? Are you investing that time, that energy, that effort into those categories? Also, are you investing your time into networking hubs like LinkedIn? Or are you investing your time into other social media platforms? Again, what I want to talk to you, what I want to warn you about in those is, look how your time is being productive. Are you just out at social media getting in internet arguments, or are you networking? Are you trying to accomplish a goal? Are you talking to recruiters? Are you talking to people in the industry you want to go to? Are you talking with like minded individuals that are related to your goals or where you're trying to be? If you're trying to be a CFO, of a big company and managing all their finances, it's not going to do you any good to get in an argument about a Taco Bell burrito, right? Has nothing to do with being a CFO. You're not around those like-minded people. You're not really investing in yourself. Then that's just a liability at that point, right? So you have to kind of think about those things. And when you're goal oriented and you're investing in yourself for your goals, especially whether it be education, whether it be those certificates, whether it be career growth, depending on where you're at. You need to go with the SMART approach, right? SMART, the acronym, having a specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant and time bound goals, right? SMART. All those things will help you with a sense of direction, give you that baseline plan of those achievable little milestone goals that build up and become the big audacious goals, right? So think about those. If you're going to an IT degree, right? Are you going after the right certificates? Are you going after the right training? If you're going into construction, are you following those right certs? Did you get your OSHA cert? Did you get your silicone dust awareness, right? You need to make it relevant to what you're wanting to do. And that's not to say you don't know what you want to do yet, but now you need to invest in that time to figure out what you want to do, right? So, are you on those professional sites talking to those recruiters, to those people in the industries, and weighing your options? Are you getting all the information? Are you asking those questions, right? So, I want you guys to reflect on that a little bit. I want you to think about what it means to invest into yourself. It it requires a little bit of commitment. It's going to be a little uncomfortable at first because those of you who are in the military, you've been, especially if you've been leaders, NCOs or officers, you're so focused on benefiting other people, helping the team, growing them, teaching, coaching, mentoring them. Now you got to kind of flip the script and teach, coach, and mentor yourself, just like your superiors should be doing to you, right? So it's don't take it as a selfish act, right? You're going to transition into a whole new thing. This is a whole new part of your life. There's going to be a lot of exploring, a lot of learning that has to happen. You need to self-reflect a little bit. You need to kind of ask yourself those tough questions. But don't look at it as a bad thing. It's new. It's different. Just like when you joined and you went to basic training, it was new. It was different. Doesn't matter how well you prepared before. Didn't matter if you played sports. Very new, very different. But for those of you who had prepared, right, it was a little easier. This is the same thing. Investing in yourself, getting your mind right, getting centered with yourself, your mind and your body aligned with your thoughts, and getting the right people, the right mentors around you makes a world of difference. And all that is an asset. It's going to pay off. Those connections help you find the right path, get you in touch with the right people, open the right doors for opportunities. Learning, reading, all those things give you a new mindset, give you new perspective. So you're not stuck in the same way of thinking. And again, go with your spiritual growth as well, whatever that looks like for you. It could be a religion, it could be karma, meditation, self reflection, contemplation, doesn't matter, but you need to do it. You need to invest into you, your well being, and understand who you are and where you want to be. And once you kind of start doing that, you're gonna have so much growth, and it's gonna pay off dividends in the long run, especially as you progress. You get a new look on things, you get a new attitude towards things, and the people you surround yourself with, they're going to support and coach you through that if it's the group you want to be around, right? So I highly recommend, guys and gals, think about it, reflect on it a little bit, have that true inner dialogue with yourself and find out where your goals are. And the big thing I want to tell you is don't go it alone. You don't have to go it alone. You have battle buddies, you have wingmen, whatever you Marines call it, your cran buddy. They're there for you. They're going to support you. And, even over here, plenty of organizations. We are here to support you. We're here to help guide you. We're here to give you that coaching, that mentoring. Or if you just need an ear just to hear, we got you covered. Right? So don't be afraid to do it. And I'd love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this? How do you guys practice your self-investment? If you have any ideas, please hit me up on here, send the comments. I would love to talk to you guys in person as well or over Zoom. So definitely, guys, you're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. And good luck out there. If you need anything, we're here.